Mejuana Harris, my personal narrative of Beautiful Life. When I was a child to my teenage years, I had a best friend. His name was Jeffrey Buggs, Jeff. He and his cousin Martise, T, would stay summers with their grandmother who lived down the perpendicular block from my parents' house. We would always play together. Basketball was our favorite game. I would always play Jeff one-on-one and I'd always win. For a girl, I was very good, and for a boy, he was pretty bad. However, I was a tomboy and Jeff was Jeff. He was more of a comedian and Teak was always a lovable teddy bear. As we matured and got older, I blossomed into a young woman and Jeff into a young man. Jeff and I were very close. We never dated, but we were always very fond of each other. Jeff and Teak would always tell everyone the joke that we had communal baths as kids. Jeff, Teak, my younger sister, and I. As the years passed, we went to different schools and became somewhat distant. But in the summer, Jeff and Teak would always be at their grandmother's house, and moreover, at my parents' house. We had a friendship that was very great, so close we were like family. My parents knew their parents, knew their grandparents. Our senior year in high school, we were planning for the prom. We got all dressed up in our best and went to the circle, which was the location where each couple went to show off their attire. There had been rumors that a girl would retaliate against another girl for taking her boyfriend, but there were always rumors. Me and my date got out of the car and proceeded to walk around the circle. When out of the crowd, a girl comes with a bottle full of bleach to dump on the girl of the couple behind me. Well, needless to say, she missed. Bleach was thrown all over me and my date, and maybe a little splash on the intended party. It was ruckus, a riot with no guns, police on horses, trampling things down, people running crazily. I was rushed to the emergency room at the nearby hospital. The girl was arrested and thrown in jail for assault. I missed the whole prom, but when I came out of the hospital, all of my friends were there waiting for me in the waiting room, including Jeff. He had went to the prom with my best friend, and as soon as he heard what happened to me, they both left immediately to come to the hospital. We all had missed the prom. Years later, I was home from college when my younger sister asked if I wanted to go by Jeff and Teak's apartment to play cards and watch movies. I was tired and declined, but decided to talk to Jeff and Teak on the phone for a while since I hadn't spoken with them in some time. My sister went to Jeff and Teak's apartment and I went to sleep. Less than a month later, Jeff was murdered by 3 guys who kicked his apartment door in with the intentions of robbing him. I can only think of the last conversation I had with him. I told him I loved him and missed him, but I always wished I would have went to visit him that night when I was too tired, thinking there would be another time. There wasn't. Don't take life for granted. You never know how much time you or anyone else has left. Just murderers were arrested and sentenced to time in prison. A small price to pay for such a beautiful life.
Oh my goodness, I think I'm crying.